Our area is rich with learning opportunities when it comes to nature and the environment. One of these places is located at the Deep Portage Conservation Reserve near Hackensack. This recreation center is known as a place where the community, education, and the environment come together.
Well, just behind this building there is a pond, and as you might imagine, it's covered with ice, and we're going to go out on it and take some measurements. So when you take a measurement, you need to send someone over to me so that I can write it down. And when we get back, we'll write everything up on the board and compare our hypotheses to actual measurements, so our predictions to what we measure. Try to keep it straight up and down. Here, why don't you turn with both hands and you can help them up top there. There you go.
Deep Portage Conservation Reserve, which is the 6,307 acres of land that is here in this glacial moraine, was set aside in 1973 by the Cass County Commissioners. The Deep Portage Learning Center, the campus area, was founded in 1979 for the purpose of promoting a more environmentally literate citizenry.
What you need to do when you start off here is you need to stand underneath that marker to start, and that's where you take your reading from. The
Learning Center hosts school groups. There are about 100 school groups from all around Minnesota, and there are several that come from out of state and even out of country.
Is this 250?
We host environmental education, kind of woods, water, wildlife programming, where students stay here. They have their meals here and all of their activities, which go on throughout the day and into the night.
So you're going to pace the 73 paces and you're going to find that next marker.
We just can't recreate this experience in the classroom. For some of these kids, they don't get more than 30 miles from home. And to get 3 hours away and to be able to be outside 90% of the time, it's like going to Disney World for them. But as instructors, for us to come out here and have these kids fresh out of college, just brimming with environmental ed knowledge, and we get to see the kids in a completely different light. We get to watch them learn instead of having to be in front of them trying to get them to learn.
How much fun it could be. I thought it was going to be really boring and I wouldn't hang out with my friends or not, but I made a lot of new friends, and so.
We get to learn about animals and nature, and we also get to have fun with it too.
And in our Northern Lights curriculum for history provided by the state of Minnesota, some of the cultural aspects of the Anishinaabe, for example, using rabbit sticks for hunting.
Hey, all right, good job. Today, we're going to use the tomahawk like they might have at a rendezvous.
The tomahawk being used again, brought by the French voyageurs, being used by the Native Americans.
Hey, high five. Nice work.
These are all things that were in the textbook, but it's a whole lot different when they get to actually use them.
I think that's 11 inches. 11 inches? Okay. Yeah.
Bass Pond really gets the kids to see the scientific approach being used, making hypotheses, testing them, analyzing their data.
It is warmer. Probably drill a hole in ice for ice fishing. I've never done that before.
Probably the favorite class of mine is Charlie to base.
077088.
You got it. Nice job, Kermit. Read the first line and read me your paces and your bearing to your next point. Over.
1t plus 39p, and our bearing is 195. Over.
You got it. That is correct. Please make sure you stay together. When you're all ready, you may go. Call me when you get to your next point. Out.
All right. Out.
They have to learn how to use a compass. They have to use a topographical map. They have to be able to keep track of their paces. They have to cooperate.
That way.
Depend on one another to find markers out in the woods And they have to learn fast and well to meet their objectives.
Man, this is hard. Stupid log.
Oh my god.
Your dial's all messed up, dude.
Someone messed it up. Is yours?
Oh no.
All right?
Dang, we're probably lost now.
Okay, now
We're
it's
supposed to go
195.
that way. Let me see. This way. Okay, so we're near it.
We started out at the bottom. We had to find a piece of wood that had some writing on it. And when we figured it out, it was at the top of the hill.
Now I'm checking. Okay, is it 195?
Yeah. So we went up there. We couldn't find it.
We might think we found it, and then again we don't.
Okay, do you have a number for me? Over.
072062 over.
Oh, you're very, very close. You're just a little ways off. I'm going to give you a new bearing from where you are, and you can follow that bearing. Hang on just a second, okay? Over.
All right.
So we went back down a little ways.
37.
Mine says go that way.
Actually, if you want to read me the second line.
Mine
Read me
says go
the
this
second
way.
line. Over.
1T plus 56T.
Okay, let's split up. How
You
about
can't.
holding it level?
Then we couldn't find it there, so we called the radio person.
We found two trees right next to each other, and they're the biggest ones, but the sign isn't there.
Okay, Kermit, do you still know where the tower is? Over.
Yeah, it's about up in the hill.
Okay, go back to the tower. I'm going to give you a new bearing from the tower to get to your point, okay? Over.
All right, let's go.
Is that it?
So we went back up. We still couldn't find it.
Kermit, base, we're at tower.
All right, Kermit, are you ready for a new bearing? Over.
Yep, over.
Okay, Kermit, I'm going to have you set your compass to 355. 355. And I'm going to have you walk a little over a tally. A little over a tally, and you should crash into that pine tree. Over.
Okay, thanks.
You got that? 355. Over.
All right, out.
Okie dokie.
Then we finally found it about 30 minutes later.
Good climbing.
The rock climbing wall is, especially the kids who haven't experienced success in other school programs, they get to the top of that wall and they really feel like they've accomplished something. From a teacher's perspective, it really does give you that chance to step back and kind of sort out really what's important. Getting out here in the woods and the quiet, letting your brain settle, and seeing the kids in a natural setting, it helps you reprioritize what you're doing. It's not a level playing field for these kids. Some have so many abilities, and some really struggle, but out here, they seem to find a niche.